Welcome back to another episode of the Katrina Johnson Show. So happy to have you with me today. Remember to subscribe, share the podcast, leave comments. I would love to hear from you guys. Also, you can follow me online at katrinajohnson.online or on Instagram at I am Katrina Johnson. I thank you again for joining me, and let's get into the show. I want to take a moment to speak with you about BetterHelp, a sponsor of the Katrina Johnson Show. You know I'm big on inspiring people to live their best lives. But sometimes we need a little more than words of inspiration. When mental health interferes with your daily routine and lifestyle, you need someone to confide in that can help you with sorting through your emotions. That's exactly what BetterHelp is all about. It's professional therapy done securely online and is available to clients worldwide. With BetterHelp, you can get your needs assessed and be matched with your own licensed professional therapist. You can log into your account anytime and send a message to your therapist. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions so you won't have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room as with traditional therapy. It's more affordable than traditional offline therapy, and financial aid is available. Remember, living your best life begins with taking care of your mental health. BetterHelp, a sponsor of the Katrina Johnson Show, wants you to start living a happier life today. Visit betterhelp.com/KJ Show. That's BetterHelp, HELP, and join the over 500,000 people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. And here is a special offer for the Katrina Johnson Show listeners. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/KJ Show. Thank you for joining me on this episode. I'm so grateful that you're here. I just want to talk about this year being halfway through. We are in the month of June, and it's kind of hard to believe. I don't know where the time went. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but the year is just flying by. And it's pretty interesting because about a couple of months ago, I ended up having an unexpected procedure. I'm fine, everything's okay, but it just caught me by the blind side and had me out for a little while. And then as I was getting over that, then I come down with a sinus infection, and that had me out a little bit. And I'm just now getting back to being me. I'm getting back to the normal Katrina, if that makes sense. It's just been, one thing after another. But, I tend to look at when things like that happen, we have a choice. We have a choice to just say, get really frustrated and just want to give up or just be negative about it all, right? But I am not of that mindset, and I hope you're not either. The saying goes, when life gives you lemon, wait a minute, I'm not even saying it right, you guys. When life gives you lemon, make a lemon pie. Guys, go ahead and laugh. I think I just twisted that all up. But anyways, you know what I mean. You can't let life and the things that happen and the disruptions, you can't let it overtake you. You can't let it take you away from your goals and your dreams and your aspirations. Yes, it may slow you down a bit. Yes, it may cause you to have to readjust. It may cause you to make some changes. And the main thing you don't want it to do is stop you, completely stop you. You want to continue on your path. So for me, I've made some adjustments within the past month or two. I just the time I was out recovering from my procedure, I got to thinking about some things, and I made some decisions to make some adjustments in my life. When you are pretty much recuperating from something, or remember when COVID was really had us like at home, we had a lot of time to think. So when you have those times where you have nothing but time to think, then, your mind is usually more quiet, more clear. You can hear from your inner spirit. And so I heard, in my spirit that I needed to make some changes, readjust some things. And that's what life's about, right? Life is about forward moving. I always say that, forward moving. If you're in a position right now and you feel like you're stuck, you're in a situation where you're not sure what you're going to do, just get quiet. Try to quiet yourself. Find some time and quiet yourself, and just listen to that inner voice. I will always keep learning. I am a lifetime learner. I will always thrive to better my life. And I am always optimistic by looking at the brighter side and believing for the best outcome and encouraging others to do so, to do the same. So I want to encourage you to do that. It doesn't matter what is going on in our lives. Things are going to happen. That's just part of life. And it just will catch you by the blind side sometimes. But when that happens, just know that this too shall pass. It is only temporary. I think that if we remind ourselves of that when we are going through stuff, that this is just temporary, it's going to pass. We have to remind ourselves of the other stumbling blocks that we've gotten over. It was only temporary. It will pass. It's not permanent. It becomes permanent if you make it permanent. If your mindset is negative, your mindset is saying, wow, this life sucks. My life is just not going right. I can't win for losing. And you just start speaking those negative words over your life, then guess what? That's exactly what you are going to get. You're going to receive that because that's what you're putting out there. So having the right mindset for life is to speak against anything negative. Think against the negative, meaning we are going to have those negative thoughts. We may have negativity flow right out of our mouths, but we don't want to stay there, and we want to be cognitive when that happens. We want to catch ourselves and just reverse that. That's what it takes to have the right mindset. The right mindset about life is being aware of your words, of your thoughts, being aware, number one, of what you want. What do you want in your life? What do you want to achieve? What is the lifestyle that you want? It starts with you determining that. Now, once you determine that, doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy. But what it does mean is that once you've established it and you truly believe it and it is desirable, it is what you want, you have to work it. So if you keep that in mind, that you can have the things you want, if you keep in mind that life is not going to always be on your side, there are going to be things and people that are going to try to, whether it's intentional or non-intentional, interrupt your flow. You just have to realize that that is a part of life. But I can and I will overcome, and always get yourself back on track. You can get back on track. You can just revisit your goals and your wants and your desires. And you should actually do that daily. I do it daily. I affirm what I want in my life daily. And it's not so much that I affirm what I want. I've already established what I want. So what I'm doing when I'm affirming, is I'm just calling it in, and I'm calling it as if it's already happened. And I believe that I will receive and have everything that I want. I'm a living witness of it. And so I just want to encourage you to do the same, not give up. You need to know what you want. You need to be specific with your goals and give yourself timelines to achieve. Give yourself grace when you don't actually achieve maybe within a day the things that you wanted to do. As long as you've worked towards it and you're doing something every day to make it happen, then you're on the right track. And another thing, you'll want to continually keep in your daily routine, keep listening to positive messages. Find either a book to read, an audiobook. I love audiobooks. I love listening audibly. But whatever the case, you want to make sure you are listening to, reading something positive daily. Even if it's just a short clip about something, you want to start your day on that positive vibe. You want to make sure that you keep yourself grounded in the areas of being positive and not allowing the negative thoughts and the negative things in life get to you. Now, this is going to sound pretty interesting to you. Or maybe you think I'm weird, and that's okay. But a lot of times, I don't even know what's going on in the news. And it's intentional. The reason why is because I'm so busy working on myself and making sure that I stay grounded in my quest for living my best life. If I listen to the news every day, I don't know how that's going to affect my mind in a good way. My mental state of mind is very important to me. Now, I do get the news alerts on my phone. I'll see something pop up. 9 times out of 10 is something negative. Somebody, got killed or, just negative stuff. And I know that these things happen. They're around us. We should be aware. I get all that. And don't get me wrong. I do, cue in on some of it. And I know locally what's going on around me. But there are times somebody will say, hey, did you hear about this or that? And I honestly say, no, I didn't. And again, when I get these alerts on my phone, I pick and choose what I'm going to open up and read or listen to, because we do have to watch what goes into our mind. What is being fed to us? What are we allowing into our spirit? That is very important. I know some people get up every morning, watch the news. I used to do that before work, watch the news. I mostly watch it for the weather and I'd watch it for different things. But I'm not that avid news watcher, I don't want to hear all the negative stuff. And I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to downplay it either. But I'm just saying that for me, the more positive, uplifting news information that I get, the better my life is. So if that helps you to maybe tone down a little bit on the news, on negative things, and increase in the areas of things that are going to help you live a better life, then so be it. Do it. That's all I have to say. And, maybe for some people, the news don't affect you in a negative way. You can listen to it and, go on about your day. But for me, it's like everything that I believe comes in our ear gate and we hear, it's going to cause some type of reaction, or it's going to affect us in some kind of way. So I just say be mindful of how much of the negative things out there that you let into your being, into your space, if you want to have the life that is positive and always forward moving. I just want to live my best life. That's it. I just want to live life to the fullest. I just want to enjoy life because I know it's a gift. And I want the same for you. So that does it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And as always, stay inspired. Let's keep the conversation going by emailing me at katrina@katrinajohnson.online. That's katrina@katrinajohnson.online. So grateful that you joined me on this episode. Remember, information plus inspiration equals transformation. And until next time, stay inspired.